the last thing that I got for you, and this one is kind of interesting because it's something we've talked about, and it's season 2 of Obi-Wan Kenobi, and whether or not it'll happen.
Okay. I
Um,
thought you were saying this was like confirmed. You got me so excited.
so here's where this is. Okay, um, the Hollywood Reporter interviewed the director and the creator of the Obi-Wan show,
Okay.
and they asked the question: did you and Ewan spitball any ideas on set for a potential season 2 of Kenobi? And she said that on his last day on the set, he was so addicted to being the character of Obi-Wan Kenobi again that he was pitching her all day of ideas of what they could do for season 2. And he was like, we could do this, we could do that. And he's like, there's 10 years of stories that we could dive into. And she basically said she is saying never say never. Crazier things have happened. I, for one, I'm all in. Like, obviously, I loved Kenobi season 1. Like, I thought it was like the perfect closure. If that's all we get, I'm perfectly cool with that. But you give me Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan Kenobi, and we get to see him progressively get older and older and older and turn into Ben, who we see in episode 4. That's kind of interesting. That is interesting.
Yes and no.
Okay.
Because clearly when Ben is Ben, he's old. Like, I
Mhm.
just feel like the series would get more boring and more boring. Like at some
Right.
point, it's him just growing a chia pet or something. Like,
He's just raking dirt and
I
growing a
think, yeah,
garden.
exactly. I think they could do another one. The only reason why I don't want them to is because of how impactful that lightsaber fight was and that
Mm-hmm.
conversation was between him and Anakin as Darth Vader.
Mm-hmm.
That scene I freaking love so much, and it just was a perfect in between of Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope for me. And I know there's so much time that goes by, but holy cow, just the conversation they had just filled everything I was looking for. And I could be done with it. Because I have to imagine if they do another season of Kenobi, how are you not going to include Darth Vader?
All right. Let me throw in a little bit of a mystery to this.
Okay.
We talked about it last week. Darth Maul.
See, okay, hold on. Okay, so I never finished seeing Clone Wars or Rebels, and is
Mhm.
he more Clone Wars, not so much Rebels?
He's in both. Towards the
Oh,
end of
he
Clone
is.
Wars, and then he's in Rebels as well.
So I know there's a lot of story that goes along with that as well with
Yep.
Kenobi. So yes, if they do Maul, all in.
Yeah.
If they
That's
keep doing Vader, don't do it.
that's realistically the only storyline that I
Yeah,
could see being like, okay, yeah, I'd be interested. Even if it
I'm all
was
in.
that Maul found Kenobi and Kenobi's trying to like evade him or something like that. But the other side of it I look at is like Kenobi went Super Saiyan at the end of that season, right? And just like fully became one of the most powerful Jedi ever to exist. Like throwing rocks, killing Vader. Um, for him just to be like, I'm gonna hang out in a cave for the next 10 years, just kind of feels a
Doesn't
little
make sense.
off,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I'm just like, you're kind of wasting your powers, and
I
you could be doing
think
a lot of good.
we can explore more of Qui Gon being
Ooh,
Force Ghost and Maul being the main antagonist. Absolutely, I think that's a fantastic idea.
yeah,
I'm all in. That's
yeah.
I was totally not when we first started talking about this, but as soon as you said Maul and we discussed, I really want them to bring back Maul.
I feel like I'm learning something about you that if I throw Maul in anything, you're like,
I'm
I'm
in.
up.
You want Maul to come in Ahsoka? I'm in. You have Maul at the end in episode 10 for Star Wars movies? I'm in.
Yeah, it's interesting. I doubt we will ever see a season 2 of Kenobi. I just feel like,
Think so?
yeah, that last season was so good. I know people hated it, but for me, it was so good. And to your point, the way it ended was so perfect that I'm like, you don't need to touch it. Like going into it, we always kind of wondered, like, what happened? Like, did Kenobi and Anakin ever see each other again? And there was always that like, what if? that question's been answered, right? So there's not a lot of mystery that we have left out there. But I'm not going to complain. Like, and I guess I also look at it from Disney's perspective. Season 2 would do more damage than it would do good. You
I don't
know?
think so. I thought I should bring back Maul.